Welcome to the Tomsic Analysis with David Tomsic.
With 6 seemingly endless days left before the next presidential election, which candidate do you think can fix the economy as it is right now? Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Hi, I'm David Tomsic. It's October 29th. Okay, so let's be honest. Depending on who you talk to, you might get a different answer. Of course, the Democrats believe the economy is doing well. There's some evidence to say that it is. The stock market's at record highs, unemployment is relatively low, and people are going about their business spending money. The sales of food at restaurants is pretty steady. A lot of people are buying junk as they usually do. Now car sales and home sales, that's another story. Now those that believe the economy's really bad off will look at the same type of data. Okay, unemployment is higher than it was 6-8 months ago. A lot of people aren't buying cars and they're not buying homes, can't afford them. The stock market is high because, well, the Federal Reserve makes sure they print enough money to keep those folks on Wall Street happy and stocks up. And my opinion is they're both right. You see, there's a bigger picture here. And I don't believe either candidate really comprehends it. For the Democrats, it works to say the economy's great. And for the Republicans, it works to say the economy's bad. Now, we are in a period where things are relatively calm. And I say that because it is before the election, and there's a lot of things that are done, no matter who's in office, to keep things fairly stable. This is always the case, so I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon and say that Joe Biden's lying because every president before him, before an election, did the same thing. That's reality. But let's look at the bigger picture. See, the economy isn't about up or down today, higher stock market, lower stock market, another percent in unemployment, another percent in car sales down or car sales up or home sales or construction starts. All these things are just the sort of the side view of things, in our peripheral vision. The reality is that the country is not built to survive what's going to happen to it. It has nothing to do with Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, at least not 100%. You see, what they can do is provide the American citizen with things that keep them comfortable. You know, like you broke your leg and it's going to heal, and you get some happy pills, and it takes the pain away for a while. See, we can do that here. We can stimulate the economy through federal spending, tax credits, and of course, by reducing taxes themselves, which both candidates have promised to do. And there's things that, of course, make things look better. We manipulate some of the employment numbers or the GDP numbers. And again, both sides do this. I know some of my friends that will vote for Trump argue with me over this. And sadly, some of the friends I have that will vote for Kamala Harris are going to say the same thing. See, it doesn't matter. What the truth is, it's which side makes you feel better. What data backs up what you feel. Okay? See, the story really began in 2008. Now, I've said this in the past. I've used this analogy many times. It actually started farther back. That's a rabbit hole I'm not going to go in. That's a whole video series. And I'll be honest with you, most people wouldn't understand it, nor do they want to. Roll their eyes and move on to the cat videos where the cat's going and chasing a ball of yarn or a laser pointer. That's what the attention span is. But the reality is 2008 was the crossroads like I'm at right now. 2 crossroads. And we chose the easy one, really. We chose to save old Uncle Sam, the dead economy. Yeah, the economy in the United States died in 2008. No one invited you to the funeral? Okay, well, it was for Federal Reserve members only. But the Federal Reserve, like any witch doctor, did their magic. They pumped trillions of dollars into the old dead Uncle Sam. i.e. the economy, and brought it back to life. Now, like any zombie movie, and I'm out here in the woods, and you can imagine it'd be a great place for a zombie movie, and nobody really knows how it works that they came back to life, but they did. But they're not really alive. I mean, not going to go and have a conversation. Hey, Bill, do you want to go for a hamburger? No, he wants you as the hamburger. Got what I'm saying here? You get it? So 2008, we had a dead economy that we resurrected as a zombie. And nothing's changed since 2008, people. It's still roaming around, meandering around, feeding on as much debt that it can get its hands on. It can get its lips on. Like a dead zombie. Okay? So, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, cannot fix that. He's dead. Nobody can. God, maybe. But that's not going to happen, friends. No. So what happens in between when they're all here in election time trying to prove that our side's going to fix the economy and our side's going to make it better? What do? Here's the reality. Why they can't fix it. Okay? It's a reality because we're dealing with debt. See, it's not like the Princess Bride. He's only mostly dead. Our economy's completely dead. Kept alive. Okay? So all of us have the ripple effects of that. They print money and the ripple effects go through the economy. Borrowed money keeps it going. Debt. See, neither candidate, believe me, neither candidate has an answer for it. If they told you they do, they're full of that. Sorry. I have to get my points across. I've been browbeaten because my brow gets furrowed and people get a little angry with me because I get too serious and I should joke more. Your economy's dead. How much more do you want me to joke? Okay? I mean, if you want to joke, if you want to laugh, take a look at the people running for office and the ones that are already in office, and you can look at the clown show. It appears daily in Washington, D.C., except when they're on vacation, which is probably 40% of the year. I digress. So what we have is a problem that is not fixable by either candidate. How they manage it will be very similar. I want to say that it'll be exact. Exact. I know people don't believe that. Kamala Harris has a plan. She's going to cut taxes and she's going to, help poor people, give money for people to buy homes and all this stuff. Yeah, it's another one-trick pony. Donald Trump did the same thing when he was elected. This guy was the spending guru. In fact, they called him the king of debt. In his 4 years, national debt went up $7.8 trillion. This guy can do some spending, and he'll do more. That didn't count the tax breaks he gave, massive tax breaks. So Kamala and Donald are going to do the same thing. They're not going to tell the Federal Reserve, stop printing money. We should do that. We're going to go deeper in debt. No. He's going to say, like Donald did back in 2017, I think. It was 2016, 17. Keep printing money. Keep interest rates at zero. See, Kamala will do the same thing because those things are what keep the economy alive. That's the voodoo magic used by the people in control, the elite who run the Federal Reserve and the banking system. They know what they want to do. They know how to keep the can being pushed down the road, or they hope they do, and they can still make money off of me and you. So what do we got going on here? Federal deficit is now heading to $36 trillion. It's $35.8 trillion, and at the rate we're going, it'll probably reach $36 trillion by the end of the year. Household debt, $18.8 trillion. That's each household in the United States has a share of this. That's up from last year by $109 billion to date. That's year to date. Credit card debt, $1.44 trillion. Consumers, that's up $27 billion. Here's my favorite. Student loan debt. Keep sending your kids to college and get a bachelor's degree. We need more of those. We need better baristas, more educated baristas. Get your master's. I'm sure Starbucks will be happy to hire you. Student loan debt is at $1.74 trillion, about $36,000 per kid. Now, this particular administration claims inflation is about 2.44%. The Brooklyn Bridge is for sale, and I'm sure you can bid on it right now. Send me a text, and I'll get you a bidding form so you can bid on the Brooklyn Bridge. Because if that's 2.44%, I'm buying it. Now, the unemployment rate, they claim, rose, and it did rise to 4.3%. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I didn't look it up because it doesn't matter. Inflation is much higher than this, and the unemployment rate is much higher than this. So Joe Biden's doing a good job of hiding the numbers. Okay, you folks, yeah, Donald Trump did the same. Donald Trump, and I will digress here, we're dealing with how you handle a debt economy. Donald Trump had a specific way he did. He continued to have the Fed pump trillions of dollars into the economy, gave massive tax breaks, and he made sure rich people still don't pay taxes, and he handed out stimulus checks, and so did Biden. That's how you fix it. See, what that does is keep people happy. And then everybody said, his economy. I'm telling you, I was told to my face and I almost threw up. And if you're going to tell me this, you get mad at me, I don't care, because I'm going to tell you the truth. They said his economy is the best in history. Well, they measure the economic activity of any nation by its gross domestic product. He promised 5 and 6%. His was in there with Barack Obama's at about 2.6. Not so good. That includes all the stimulus money. So yeah, my point is that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are not going to fix anything. Okay? They're going to fix a flat tire. What they're going to do is continue to do the same old thing everybody else did. Why would you stop? Because most people don't have a clue. Because the people supporting Kamala Harris will say, yay, see what she done a great job. And the people supporting Donald Trump, we told you he's the guy for the economy. Meanwhile, the playbook's the same. In fact, there's one, and they share it. Yes, Kamala read it, and she sent it over to Donald. He read some more and sent it back over to Kamala. That's how it works, people. I'm sorry if that burst your little bubbles. I'm so sorry. So where do we go from here? Listen, I just did a video on basically the problems with religion and politics. We have a lot of that today, and I just did 2 videos. Part 1 and 2 are out. Please go watch them. They're posted right now up on the Thompson Analysis. Part 3 is coming out this week. I'm going to try to break into this again maybe before the election. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. Which brings me to the point. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. Don't forget the live streams. We have them every Thursday at 8 p.m. Stay tuned to that. Make sure you watch. Make sure you're being maybe a commenter there. Give me a comment, a question. And we're probably, and I'm planning this right now, probably going to have a live stream on November 5th in the evening. I'm thinking around 7 p.m. So please stay tuned for that. Join in. I'm trying to get a co-host. Ashley, my singular co-host cannot make it that day. It's going to be a long night. We're going to see how long we can actually stay up. We're also going to see if we can be on when they actually announce the winner of the election. Obviously, it's very tight. That may run into the wee hours. We may not make it. But we're going to try. That'll be our first election live stream. It's an important election, as everybody tells me. So please stay tuned for that. And again, don't forget that you want the truth. This is the channel for the best. And as I sit here in the trail and I have a sweatshirt on and it's 78 degrees, I know I made a mistake. So even I make mistakes. It's more like summer here in southwestern Pennsylvania, except all the leaves are brown and red and yellow. Weather is really getting odd, isn't it? Hey, thanks for watching. Remember, Jesus is the answer. He's the solution to all the problems we have. Trust in Him. God bless you. And I will see you next time right here on the Thompson Analysis.
If you enjoy our content, please like, share and subscribe to the Tomsic Analysis, because truth matters.